Good afternoon, everybody. How are we all doing today? I apologise in advance. My energy levels are somewhat all over the place. Been working on a project, nothing to do with cooking. Kind of got it finished at 3 o'clock this morning. Got back up at 7 o'clock this afternoon, I guess, 7:30. So yeah, let's see where this goes. So who we got with us today?
Alison said Mark Ferguson's favourite curry too. Guess we'll be making this. I was expecting some mac and cheese, ribs, wings, slaw, cornbread, all the 4th of July stuff. Strange to be drinking tea this week as opposed to wine at yours at this time last week.
Well, you see, I know it's like 4th of July, it's American Independence Day, not American, as much as I dislike, no I don't, I will correct that, it's not like I dislike English, it's the fact that somewhere in me there's a little modicum of being British, so I'm not celebrating the fact that the crazy Americans spat the dummy out and tipped a load of stuff into some water, and the fact that we are now currently being led by someone who is likely to tip slightly more dangerous things into the water and into your larger cities. So, long story short, no American stuff. Apologies to our American viewers. If JD and Rocky are watching, nothing against you. It's that mad bastard in the White House. Right. So today we are making the Pirate Queen's favourite curry, the korma. This is kind of traditional. A few little pirate things thrown in just so we don't get done for copyright. First thing we need to do is slice and sweat off some onions. So to avoid the incredibly watchable activity of me slicing onions, I've already done a lot of them. But for people who like to watch or learn on their knife skills, same as before, onion, tuck your fingers in, make a little gorilla finger, slide your knife up and down on that knuckle so the sharp edge is nowhere near your fingers, down, away, down and away. So the whole thing with this curry is, like many curries, heavily dependent on the flavour developed in the roasting or sweating or frying of the onions. So what we want to do, I know this looks like a lot of onions, but it will sweat down to pretty much a lot less onions. Don't have an actual quantity for you, but you will see it through the wonders of television. So as you can tell, I've missed 2 strands of onion. Afternoon, Thomas, how are you today? I haven't called you Tinkerbell. Well, let's rectify that. Afternoon, Tinkerbell. We'll take these down at an medium heat. Looking for the lid for that pan, failing miserably. So we'll just leave that with an open pan. All sorts of panic going on in the production couch at the moment looking for that. So the other focus of today, we're going to be using chicken thighs because although this is the Pirate Queen's favourite curry, and she doesn't like chicken thighs, it's traditionally made with chicken thighs because it's more of a stew, but it doesn't stop us cutting off any excess fat and yucky bits. You can use chicken breast for this. I wouldn't advise it because it'll dry out because it needs to cook in the sauce. But again, you can cut most of the funky bits off your chicken thighs. So these are boned and skinned. If you want to find out how to bone a chicken thigh, giggly. Should have done that in a previous episode. I think it might have been the Thai green curry. So feel free to go back and watch other videos. Your views count.
Tommy said, who is this Tinkerbell you talk of?
Oh, it's you. Thomas Cleland, it's you. You are the Tinkerbell. Again, just tidying these chicken thighs up, cut them into 1 inch to 1 inch cubes, keeping a casual eye on an onion. You want to get a little bit of colour on them, nothing too dramatic, but we certainly want to wilt them all the way down. And that's the thing about this recipe, it's not particularly complicated, but it does require a degree of patience and a wee bit of time, because the more time you spend developing the flavours, the better your end product's going to be. Anything else on the comments there, Kales?
Tommy said nothing.
Tommy said nothing.
That's just the next box.
So we seem to be seeing a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel as far as lockdown goes. So with that being said, obviously people that follow the show know that the live format was never really our best case scenario. We wanted to do a recorded show with guests similar to what we done last week. So I know I told you last week that we wouldn't be about next week because we've got something else going on. We will be back the week after that, and then we'll probably go to a more either fortnightly or monthly cadence with the live shows, and that is purely to let us re-engage with our guests and set up recordings for the live episodes. So we're not going anywhere, we're just going to change things. Lockdown season, you guys will get better things to do on a Saturday. So a pre-recorded format that I can do when it's good for me and you guys can watch when it's good for you. It's probably better for everybody. But we will still be doing the live shows. So like and subscribe to Pirate King TV and you'll get a notification of when the next live cook along is going to be. And it's also, if you haven't already done it, subscribe to the Pirate King Kitchen on YouTube, because that's where the pre-recorded shows will be getting put. So as you can see, our onions are starting reducing in size, but we still need to just keep them a little bit further on. So we've got our chicken all diced up. Now we'll move on to some natural yogurt. If you have unnatural yogurt, I'd imagine that'll work as well. Just don't use a Muller fruit korma because that won't be great. We're going to put some dried spices in here, some powdered spices. So we have some turmeric, some chili, some ginger, some garlic, some coriander, and a little bit of garam masala. What? The one that I can't see. So we're going to put them in with our spices. And lo and behold, spiced yogurt. You can tell it's spiced yogurt because it's got yogurt and spices in it. So a nice mix. That's going to go through our blender later on. So but just make sure you get a good mixture there, because the water or the fluid in the yogurt is going to start hydrating and activating those herbs, getting those spices, get the flavours out of them. So again, just moving our onions around. We are also today going to have a bash, and it'll be no more than a bash, because this is not a traditional recipe. Mrs. Pirate Queen also likes a Peshwari naan, so we're going to be doing a version of a Peshwari naan. Or, yeah, bear with me on this. So, nice little warm tray. Some sunflower cooking spray. Make that nice and coated. We'll put our little hot tray off to the side. In this bowl, actually, I want to clean down here for cut chicken. Do you want to play the t-shirt bumper, please? Okay, so welcome back. A bit of a clean down there. Antibacterial wipes are fantastic. So those of you who watched the pizza episode, this is some of the yogurt and flour dough that we made in that episode. I'm going to kind of repurpose it, see if we can get an naan bread out of it, or a Peshwari naan bread out of it. So just basically going to try and stretch it out a little bit. Do not expect me to toss this in the air. Not having any of that nonsense. So naan breads are usually thicker at the top, thinner at the bottom. Yeah, that looks kind of naan bready. We'll get it on our little hot tray. Yeah, it's going to be square. Okay, so just going a little bit of salt and pepper on it. Just season it. I'm going to stick that in our oven. In a medium to hot oven. And we go back to our onions. Move about. Yep, they're cutting to lose a lot of liquid and get a bit of colour on them. I'm going to help that with a pinch of sugar, a pinch of salt, a bit of pepper. Anything on the comments, Keels?
Emma says hi.
Hi, Emma. For those of you who are friends of the show, you will remember Emma as our the Queen of Cakes when we done the Q&As on a Wednesday. Very knowledgeable lady who's cafe down in the Coventry area is now, I believe, back open and doing some socially distanced servings, which is fantastic. So this is where your patience kicks in, because you really need to wait until these onions have reduced down and went all sticky and caramelized. And I can't give you a time for that, and we can't rehearse for it because it all depends on the onion. So you just have to listen to me talk and shite for 5 minutes. Unless somebody's got a comment or wants to ask a question, which will lead me away from talking shite.
No.
No questions, no comments?
No.
Cool. So, the thing that's made me slightly manic today is we do a quiz every Saturday night. We used to do a quiz on the isolation station, which is brilliant. I'm sure either Emma or Mike will drop the link for that. But we were banned from the isolation station quiz because we kept winning. In their defence, there was about 15 of us on a separate Zoom call. So we can understand kind of where they were coming from. So that being said, we started doing our own quizzes of a Saturday evening. So it's our turn to do the quiz tonight. And we're kind of taking it to a different, a strange new level. So it's not a quiz, it's more of a game. A little bit of the Crystal Maze, it's a little bit of an escape room. It's a little bit of pub quiz. So it's all set in an old haunted house with a bit of a backstory. There's even a trailer for it. A little bit of a backstory and kind of work your way through the rooms, and you die or you don't die, or you lose points or you gain points. So that's what I've been kind of working on last night, this morning. So yeah, it may have driven me quite mad. As you'll notice, still on the San Pellegrino, we are doing lemon now. I've lost 10 pounds. I know it's kind of like throwing a couple of fish into the sea, but it's a start. So cheers to everybody on the lockdown growing diet thing. I think there's a lot of people are realising, oh shit, we're going to have to go back to real life soon. I don't want to be the size of the planet. So if you're on that journey, you have my respect. So keep up the good work, guys and girls. You've got to be careful you don't offend anybody these days. Well, not accidentally. I'm quite happy offending people on purpose, because I'm kind of from the old school where it used to be okay to offend people, because if I say something and you're offended by it, then that's okay. That's your right to be offended. Doesn't mean that I have to immediately resign from my job and pay reparations or tear down a statue or whatever. It just means that you have been offended. That's what free speech is. If you want the right to free speech to be offended, then surely on the other side of that equation, there must be somebody there to offend you. That should not be confused with encouraging bad behaviours or slavery or misogyny or abuse or all those fantastic things that humans thought of. Because as a species, you guys are quite imaginative in the ways that you fuck each other up. But there's a line between abuse and abuse of power and having a laugh and being offended. So there are certain things out there that people find funny which are abuse. That's not okay. But saying I'll see you later, guys, that's not intended to undermine or in any way insult somebody. It's an expression. So yeah, general rule of thumb for the whole Pirate King ethos: don't be a dick. Because you can't say that now. Don't be a vagina. No, you can't say that either. What can you say? Do not be an unsolicited sexual organ. Let's stick with that. That's where I'm going. And it's a joke, so just... I can see us all going to jail.
Watching intently as I worked away, and Alison said, cheers, well done. Keep up the good work. Okay. So, as you can see now, our onions have significantly changed colour and texture, and they're starting to get a little bit sticky. So we're going to keep that going. Ideally, you want these to go as long as you can. And we come back to the big blender. Yeah, I'm just going to keep stalling for time as much as possible on these onions. So to our big blender. So whenever you're blending stuff together, it's always good to put your wet stuff at the bottom. Giggly, maybe. So we're going to go in with spiced yogurt. And perhaps a palette knife, because we fancy. Instantly regretting the palette knife. No, you get the palette knife, you get as much of that. So what like the yogurt's doing, the yogurt's giving us some creaminess without actually putting cream in it. It's also giving us a little bit of acidity
because it is quite a sweet dish when you think about the caramelised onions and the stuff we're going to be doing with it later. This is 1 second. Quick little check on the fishwari, that's all good. Stalling for time, stalling for time. This is my stalling for time song. Nope. So we're going to put in probably about a handful of cashew nuts. Again, it all depends on the size of your hands. Okay, Phil, do you want to play the like and subscribe bumper? And we're back. So, what I'm then going to put into our blender is our onion. The pan back on there. We're going to do some good stuff for that in a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do before I put the blender on. You can't hear me telling you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put all that in there. I'm going to blend that to a very smooth paste. Okay, so I'm not finished with that yet, but I want to get something else on the go. So our pan's on, and you squash your a little bit of oil. And into our oil, we're going to put our dried whole herbs. So in here we have some coriander seed, some cracked black pepper, some kaffir lime leaves, a bay leaf, some cloves, some mustard seed, and some cinnamon stick. So we are just going to put them into our oil and move them about until they get all aromatic and super funky. Oh, those are the mustard seeds. They don't like it. They don't like it hot. I'm basically just toasting those herbs in the oil until they get aromatic. Apparently that's a thing. Yeah, it is a thing. So get them nice and aromatic. And to that, we can find our chicken. So you know when your herbs are, or your spices are properly toasty. So you will smell the cloves. The cloves kind of the last one to join the party. And again, there's not a lot of cloves in there. There's maybe only 2, 3 at a push. And when you actually come to eat the dish, you pull the whole spices out. That is actually the traditional way of doing it. It's not my lazy ass way of making it. So you will start. We're getting all this happening in the studio. There's lots of this going on. So it's so we're just sealing off our chicken, moving it around in our spiced oil. We'll keep that off. Come back to that in a minute. Those of you still interested, and some of us still got a few of them. My wife's got a mailing list. That was the platinum customer. I don't quite know what that means. Yeah, it's a Von Chef blender. You can either get it straight from Von Chef, or I think Amazon do them. They are brilliant. They're great for food. They're great for cocktails. They deal with ice very well and grinded herbs and spices and all that good stuff. So we don't have any wine today, but one day in the near future, Pirate King TV will once again be sponsored by wine. Play the one. I'm back. So just bring a bit of colour on our chicken, get the spices, get all those flavours, get to know each other. Go for a cloth, kick it into the corner, get it later. And as if by magic, new cloth. So we have the bread thing, which from a distance could be Pasquale. A little light toss on that, giggity. So this would take some honey, anything sweet, except me, and just pour that over. We want some nice little bunty bits, and we want some nice little sweet bits. Look at that spoon. A lot of laughing going on. Again, talking of chicken, jiggery. This is ground almonds. Some of that on here. A bit of brown sugar. I don't like this wine now, it's too sweet. And a few little sesame seeds. Might go back into the oven. At this point, I'm feebly going to turn the oven off. Enough residual heat in there just to heat everything through. The chicken seems to be in a good place. So this is basically our onion, yogurt, spices, all that good stuff. So that is most of it. I'll show you how to get the rest of it in a minute. We're going to really lower down our temperature now. Just as we incorporate our onion paste, onion yogurt paste. We're going to cook that out. We will be adding to it some, so we're going to put a little bit of coconut milk into our mix. We'll put some in there because that will help us get that out. Put some of that in there. There we go. That's plenty. Put that off to the side. Tidy this. We're all about the tidy. Line down. What we're going to do is just heat this through, reduce it a little bit. Yeah, you're going to like this. So as I said, not an overly complex dish. It just requires a little bit of patience. I can't tell you enough how important it is to reduce down your onions and get that nice caramelized, gooey mushroom. No, there's no mushrooms in it at all. Onion thing. We'll take some more of our cashews. Just lean my knife, keep my fingers out of the way, just crushing them down a little bit. You can also garnish this with a little bit of chili. So what you're doing now is just incorporating all those flavours, just providing a wee little 5 minutes just to let the chicken cook through. It'll bubble away, it'll reduce. It'll be doing all kinds of lovely stuff. So, any more comments on the
Leslie
on the
just
chat?
said, hey, sorry I'm late.
Well, there'll be a light thrashing for you, Leslie. So, got our bowl there. Just waiting patiently for our chicken. Again, keyword today is patience. And the other keyword for today is where's my cloth? Okay, we have something resembling a naan bread, a Peshwari naan bread. I'm just going to let this bubble away. Again, we're not really doing anything fantastically chefy here. This is very much just cooking chicken through, making sure your chicken's cooked all the way through. And that's kind of us for today. That's the recipe for today. Chicken korma. Chicken Ceylonese korma, technically, because we put the little bit of nuts in it. I've been really enjoying doing this. I don't cook a lot of Indian food. I tend to do more Asian, Chinese, Mandarin, Thai. So this has been a great experience for me. Learning something new. I hope you guys take some away. Any questions about the dish, drop it in the comments below. Get back to you as soon as we can. I just wanted to say, we're not here next week. I say we are going to a slightly more spaced out format. We are not going away. But everybody who's been with the show since the start and everybody who stays with us, hopefully all of you, thank you so much for joining us on this lockdown nonsense. Hope to see you all soon. Hope you try some of the recipes. There's plenty of recipes. The first time you've been watching the show, go into the video section. There's plenty of recipes in there. You can try all kinds of funky stuff. I promise I wasn't going to cry. No, I'm not going anywhere. It's not as if this is the last episode ever. We're just changing the format a little bit because lockdown's starting to open up. People have better things to do. So live isn't really as important as it was. So I think I stalled for enough time. That's good. So there we have. Oh, that's a messy pot. God, I don't clean it. So there's our korma. Nice little splash of coriander on the top. Freshly chopped cashews. We will clean our bowl up a little bit. Because I was a little bit haphazard with my presentation there. We've still got to get the sexy photographs. No eating it until we get sexy photographs for Instagram because it's a thing. So there we go. Chicken Ceylonese korma with pirate shwami naan because it's not really a Peshwari naan. Hope you guys try at home. Please do. Please try one or the other. It's really easy. You spend a little bit of time. Any questions, drop them in the comments. Please like and share the video. The more you like and share, the more often I'm likely to come back and do this. So thank you all so much. Have a fantastic Saturday. Have a fantastic week. All our American friends have a fantastic 4th of July. Except you know who. Hit my music.